This broke down ricer. Today we're working on my M3, working on the fuel system. So I have a fuel cell back here, and what I'm working on right now, I got the AN lines ran to the front. So I just gotta get the fuel pump all lined up and routed, and I'm probably gonna mount it right here. And then from the tank, we'll go to this side, and then this side will go over here, and that'll go to the fuel lines up front. And it's all AN lines. I'll get a better video underneath later. And it runs all the way to the fuel rail over here. Kind of hard to see, but you see the lines all ran there. Really tight back here, but I got the fuel pressure regulator mounted over there. 1400 cc injectors. Hopefully be ready to rip soon. I'm gonna finish up the fuel system today, get the fuel pump done, and try to get it cranking again. Hopefully start it. We'll see. All right, I'm horrible at recording, so I'll try my best. Set up a light. Really need to get a better camera. This thing hard to work with. All right, all set up now. Start working on this fuel pump. This isn't like your average fuel pump. It's a AEM, pretty crazy fuel pump. So get some AN fittings, some pliers to cut these hoses with, and we'll get rock and rolling. I'm gonna be cutting that so everything's all cleaned up. I'll probably cut it right about here. I'll leave a little bit of length. So when you're cutting steel braided lines, I do recommend wrapping like a piece of tape around, some electrical tape, maybe 3 or 4 times. That keeps the braid from coming apart. So we'll go ahead and get our pliers here. There it goes. And as you can see, there's no braiding coming apart, and it's a pretty clean cut. They do make a tool that usually comes with the lines to hollow this out and clean it up, but I don't have one of those, so I just make it work. So after you cut the line over here, you're gonna want to grab a fitting. For this application, we're gonna use a straight fitting. So you're gonna want to take the cap off right here. Once you get that off, you're gonna see one of these. So what I do, I take this piece first, slide it over. A little bit of silicone spray probably wouldn't hurt. But slide this over till you get a little bit past there. Once you get past that point, I'll take a pick, something similar, and kind of push the steel braided lines a little bit out. It just makes it a lot easier when doing this, and make sure not to push too hard or you'll mess up the braiding. So once you get that, get the little metal spacer. I don't know the exact name for it. And it's gonna fit over the plastic into the braid, and you'll know it's all the way in when you push it all the way and it fits snug against the plastic part. So then get the other side of the fitting, and it's gonna, you might have to get a pick to clean up the middle area, or they'll have that tool that fits perfect in there. Make sure it's a perfect circle inside. Then you'll get your other part. Put it in here. Work it in there without messing up the line. And then you'll see it bottom out against the metal ring. And then you start turning this piece up. Hopefully you're not listening to me because I don't know what I'm doing. So once you get that up there, then you grab one side and tighten the other side down, and it'll squish everything together and keep it from leaking. And that's basically how you do an AN line. So we'll do a couple more of those, hopefully get the fuel pump all centered up where we want it, and then just wiring from there, and we'll try to get this thing cranking up again. Well, got the fuel pump all lined up, and I just kind of threw together some kind of ghetto wiring, but I'm definitely gonna fix that, wire it up to a switch or maybe even to ignition. So I'm gonna fill it up, try to crank it up and see what happens. And before I do that, definitely make sure there's no fuel leaks anywhere. I'll have 2 fire extinguishers out here. Got to be safe before anything else. So yep, this kind of sucks, but it's working. Probably gonna end up taking the top off and just pour it straight in. Try not to spill any so I don't have any fire hazards in here. It's starting to come out. Alright, screw this, I'm done. Alright, so finally got the tank all filled up. Definitely gonna clean everything up before I mess with it anymore. It's not really safe, so we'll go ahead and clean it up and be right back. So almost finished, but found a fuel leak, cylinder 2, so I guess I'll get back at it another day. Got the homies here. Come back and hopefully finish this thing, try to get it started up.